Obviously, played a very good opponent today. We knew that coming in, that they had guys that could really heat up and get it going. Jedi, especially, a guy that played in the same league as Coach Howard and also my son last year. So, knew coming in that he was a guy that could really heat up from the outside, and that's exactly what happened. 11, sorry, I can't pronounce their names very well, but 11 was a guy that obviously got it going as well. We made an adjustment, had more of a square coverage into a switch. Thought our guys executed that well. And shut it down a little bit. And then I thought we kept executing. So for us to face this type of adversity in game one, continue to battle, continue to play, continue to execute when times were tough out there, and finally started getting stops to open the lead back up a little bit. But proud of the guys for doing that. We got plenty to work on. The next 48 hours can be very important. Playing a quality opponent on Thursday, and we're going to have to play better than we did tonight for the full 40 minutes. I loved our start. I thought we really came out of the gate with great energy. Juwan got us off to a good start with an offensive rebound, a great hustle play, hit a three early, and that's the kind of start that we need. Now we need to duplicate that in the second half to very important to get off to good starts for those first 5 minutes of both halves.
There's a lot this offseason about very intentionally you guys grabbed guys like Sam and Juwan and Emmanuel from winning programs, and they could teach guys how to bounce back in moments like this. How much do you think that played a factor out there tonight?
Yeah, it is. You've got guys that have played in these types of games, and you've got guys that have played in a lot of adverse situations. So, it is important when you have older veteran-type players. And, Sam did a great job. We put a play in earlier this week to try to get our shooter open, and they were chasing that first screen, and Sam was curling to the basket, and got a couple plays at the rim, which we desperately needed at that time. Got to the free throw line, and we needed to manufacture some points. I thought one of the plays of the game was Emmanuel's block in transition, and then he got back down the floor and scored it in the ensuing possession. But that could have given them a lead. And you never know what will happen, when you have that. So I thought Emmanuel's hustle play to get down the floor, get the block, and then get the basket in the other end was huge.
2 games in a row, you guys have faced some in-game adversity. Obviously, you said there's a lot of value coming off Colorado. Is there even more value to have a game where you're up big, gets away from you, and you're able to battle back and get it under control?
Yeah, it's especially when this is for real, obviously, and a guy that kept going. I thought he took a couple rush shots in the first half was Casey, but we went back to him, and I thought he slowed down and took much better shots when he got back in there. But a lot of guys went out there. I thought played hard, played well. I thought we had great effort across the board. It's good to get Oleg some minutes, out there, and we're going to need him as the season goes on. So again, we wasn't our best performance from start to finish, but we had some really good moments out there that we need to continue with, and then a lot of things that we need to learn from and be better as we continue on.
Sam was talking about the importance of player-led teams and how vocal guys were being in the huddle tonight. What are they saying in those huddles? What's the right thing to say in those huddles?
They're talking before I get in there a lot of times, Jimmy, and then when I get in there, their focus shifts. But Sam came to me, and those guys see things out there a lot of times that that the guys on the bench don't see. So he suggested a couple things. We ran it. They worked. But again, that's the kind of leadership that Sam can get. It's the kind of trust level that I have with him. Emmanuel, same thing. When he comes over and sees something on the court, wants to make a little bit of an adjustment, we'll do it. And it paid off. But again, when you have guys like that, Juwan's played in big games. He's played in big moments. So to go out there and get a couple buckets and manufacture points with offensive rebounds and hustle plays, those are huge.
You saw from your front court with Juwan getting the start, and Wilhelm coming off the bench in particular.
Yeah, Wilhelm, had a good conversation with him a couple days ago when we decided to make the change, and really just to change up the rhythm. And he was going to be the first big off the bench at whatever position that was, and his first minutes were at the 5, and that's really where he played the majority of his minutes tonight. But he ran a couple clear-out plays for him, and got to the rim. Wilhelm's always going to play hard, and it was great to see him step out and knock down that 3 when we really needed it. I was really pleased with Wilhelm. He's battled some tough things, this last week. So to bring him off and just change his rhythm up, I think that paid off.
guess we'll get another. Is there any update on Derek Walker?
No update. He's Derek continued to be day to day.
And then Ramel Lloyd didn't suit up. Is he?
Yeah, right now the conversation, likely to redshirt Ramel. He's been really good. He's got to stay ready. You never know what might happen. But that'll keep some flexibility, for him. He's really improving, really getting better, and he's getting in the gym, really working on his craft. But Ramel's got a really bright future ahead of him.
I know it's just one game, Fred, but is that sort of the steadiness you kind of expect from Sam just in the second half, the 18 points, and it just seemed to kind of come pretty calmly for him?
Yeah, he lets the game come to him, and again, I've talked a lot about this. Sam, it's hard to speed him up. 3 turnovers is very uncharacteristic for Sam, but overall, just his poise, his leadership out there on the floor. We're continuing to add to our playbook all the time, and Sam's the guy that gets everybody in the right spots out there, and he's always going to be in the right spot defensively. It's just such a luxury to have a guy like that that keeps his poise, no matter what's going on the floor.
Big picture, how do you think the offense looked? You guys, giving it the full playbook today?
Yeah, I thought it was better, Jimmy. I thought we did a good job finding Casey when he got hot. We ran some stuff for CJ. Obviously can shoot the heck out of the ball. He's got, a great track record of doing that. Had a couple drive plays for Juwan and for Wilhelm. And then, we'll continue to look to get Sam, some mismatch opportunities. So, I thought overall, after I thought they pressure bothered us early, kind of in the middle of that first half. But, I thought we executed very well in the second.
Denham was the second guy off the bench for you guys, played 23 minutes as a true freshman. Can you kind of speak to how much, I guess, just enrolling early, being with the program, or being, I guess, on campus for 6 months before the summer even helped him?
Yeah, those when he enrolled at semester last year, it was designed to get him the experience and understand the league, and we always put him as the best player in the scout team. It helps him, understand what systems are. What types of things he's going to have to guard. He goes out there and makes a huge impact, I thought, without taking a shot. And, that's what Denham can provide for this team. He's working on it. When he has an open one, we want him to shoot the ball, but he doesn't care about that. And, his job, he takes pride in it, is to go out there and make life difficult on the lead guard most times and give a little break to Emmanuel when doing that. So, yeah, he's, those 6 months were huge for Denham, and he's really shown that he belongs on the floor, and his energy, offensive rebounding, ability to get deflections is something that he can provide.
Hi, Coach. Hi, Coach. I came from Japan yesterday to cover Casey.
Yeah.
So can I ask about Casey a couple of questions? First of all, do you like to use him as a spark off the bench, or is there any chance to move to start lineup?
Yeah, Are you? How you doing? Are you jet lagged, or are you doing okay?
Good.
You good? Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you know what? Casey's played both. I started him for quite a few games last year, and tonight he was a great spark for us. And then I thought he got a little out of control. We brought him back off, put him back on the bench, and he came back and played great. I thought he was a big part of why we had that lead at halftime. And their teams run him off his shot. He's really worked on his finishing. He had a couple nice finger rolls at the basket, but yeah, he's a great spark for us. When he gets it going, that's a guy that we're going to run a lot of plays for.
And shoot is always there, but he has to prove other area. What area he has to improve to gain more consistent minutes?
Yeah, just continue to work defensively. That's something for Casey. I thought he did stick his nose in there a couple times today, but that's we've got a lot of guys that specialize on that end. So there's going to be different lineups, different combinations. But when Casey gets it going, yeah, he's a hard guy to shut off. So again, I was really pleased with how Casey came out and performed for us tonight. He can build off this. I think it was a good confidence builder for Casey, and we need him to make shots for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.